Hi everyone, welcome to the first half of December Tarot, Oracle, Love Connection, Guidance, and Divine Messages. I am Marianne and you are watching Marianne's Mystic Mentions. Thank you for stopping in today. I'm grateful to be here. I feel really good. I will be reading, as I always do, for the featured sign of the day, and today's featured sign is the beautiful, balanced, strive to be balanced, I would say, representing the scales and the air element and the Venetian love-seeking, relationship-oriented sign of Libra. And Libra, we're in Sagittarius season. I find that for myself, as a Libra, I absolutely love Sagittarius season. I actually like the fire sign seasons because fire and air do extremely well for each other. They're very helpful. They're very great, harmonious kind of energy together. When you think about it, air and fire. I mean, the bellows. I always use the bellows. Those that have been following me for any length of time, we had one growing up, and we'd stoke the fire with the air, and it would just, it would go from being here to this, so it's a little dangerous. I'm not advising that everybody do that, but you get the idea, the analogy. It's really gorgeous combination. So there's this energetic feeling that I already feel, and especially because we are having our new moon eclipse. We're in eclipse season, and the new moon eclipse in Sagittarius for new beginnings, but like crazy, like way more because it's an eclipse. That's going to last a long time. The initiations, the transformations, the changes, the opportunities, the Jupiter energy that rules the sign of Sagittarius. Along with being still in Aquarius, Jupiter's still in the sign of Aquarius until, I believe, the 28th, 29th of December when it goes into Pisces. And I'll talk more about that. But Aquarius energy is phenomenal. That's your fellow air sign. So, there were some stalls, I'm not going to lie. There's been stalls, there's been some unexpected issues because, my goodness, Uranus is hugely a part of what's been happening in the last, definitely few weeks, but really for a couple months, a couple years, when it entered into Taurus, which, by the way, we all kind of really have noticed Taurus is ruled by Venus like you are, Libra. Taurus is about money and grounded energy and practicality, and it's known as the money sign. Taurus loves sensuality like you do. They love the relationship things. They love good food and beautiful aesthetics. They like to look good and feel good. They love natural ways and, just the earthly ways to get well taken care of and to eat the proper ways and have a beautiful garden and all that wonderful things that come from the nature side of life, the natural beauty of life. And so it's a time of change. Let's just put it that way. And I think a lot of the Libras are understanding that. Things have already started to change, no doubt, but by the full moon in Gemini, another beautiful aspect for you as another fellow air sign, at the end of December, I think it's the 18th or something, there's answers are going to be found, okay? Fun is going to be had. Excitement, spirited energy, positivity, dreams coming true. I'm just saying, I really fully believe that. And you can put those intentions down. I highly recommend you do at the new moon because that's when it really has its most powerful effects on us. It doesn't have to happen that day, but trust me, the eclipses have information and a storyline for us for months to come after the fact, And usually they run 6 months apart. So by the next set of, which is like June, July, I believe, a lot's going to be different. I'm just saying, you're going to be like, some of you are an entirely new person or a completely change of direction in work or relationships, from single to married or, from one job to two, or a partnership you never necessarily really knew or thought was going to come in on some realm. So love connections for me in my readings is all different forms of love. And so I just think it's beautiful. I love it for you. I'm excited. I need it myself. I hope you understand. And we're reflecting on the whole year. And I could just say next year is a number 6 year. This was a 5 year, which is all about change and challenge and, releasing and getting things somewhat back to normalcy. Now, next year is going to be even easier for us. There's a lot of reasons for it, but just the reality that what all of us has been experiencing on different levels, but knowing what I'm speaking of, there's more of a familiarity and acceptance to it. We acclimate amazingly well as human beings. It's just what we do. We're survivors. We want that. We want to better and rise above it all. That's a beautiful attribute, I think, as a human being, with the spirit always a part of that, right? I'm going to pick your highlighted connection, though, Libra. This is the information that Spirit is wanting you to know about right in front of you. There's no planned person or energy that I'm bringing to you. It's definitely Spirit related, and it is a person or an energy that you may be more in tune with and in connection with for the first half, let's say, of the month. Could go longer. But it also could be that you're just very in tune with this energy, or you have a lot of this particular sign or element in your natal chart yourself. So as I take a deep breath and ask Spirit to guide me and to pick the appropriate, and I'm not asking Spirit. Spirit knows what it's doing. Let's see what your highlighted connection is. I'll simplify it. Aquarius. Wow. I don't do more than 2, the same highlighted connections in a row, just for fairness, because there's a lot of other opportunities. But sometimes Spirit's very adamant. There was a lot of Tauruses coming up, and we just had no, we didn't. That's perfect. It was the one before. I love this for you, Libra. You and Aquarius are like simpatico. You're amazing. It's great synergy. You're both air signs. We have Jupiter in the sign of Aquarius. This is beautiful for you. It has been the whole year. It's been in your 5th house of fun and love and children and just enjoying yourself, and doing things you don't normally do and really focusing on that. Well, Saturn is also in the sign of Aquarius, and that's going to happen throughout all of next year, whereas Jupiter will leave Aquarius on, December 28th, 29th, depending on where you're located. So talk more about that, but my point is that Saturn, which is the taskmaster, is also really beautiful in your 5th house, because it's going to be confining in some ways. It's going to direct you. It's going to give you the gifts, because usually the latter part of any time that Saturn, or any planet, but specifically Saturn, is in a sign, then that's when you reap the benefits of following the direction and the restrictions that were put upon you the first year. So it's usually every 2.5 tops years that Saturn is in each sign. You follow me? So this year, you'll still have Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, but it's a beautiful harmonizing sign for you. And now you're going to start realizing, okay, well, I gave up that and I stopped doing that. And now you're going to get a lot of gifts. You're going to get a lot of love. You're going to get a lot of unbelievable possibility type of things coming through. That excites me for you. So I love that Aquarius came up as the highlighted connection. That in itself might be a huge reason for it. But we still have a lot of energy of Aquarius happening. And I think it's wonderful for you, And I'm not to say you haven't had your ups and downs. I know I have. But we get through them all, right? That's part of life. It's definitely a part of life. So I'm going to read to you the 4 major categories. This is the beautiful deck that I love a lot, called the Star Spinner Tarot. Just so happens, Aquarius represents the major arcana card, the Star. So that's interesting in itself. But I love this deck. It's beautiful. I haven't used it often. I like to change my decks every, from the beginning of the month to the end of the month for variety and just to kind of, I love all. I wish I had, I plan on getting more as I continue. It's just what we do, There's so much to see and to explore, and maybe eventually make my own deck. That would be really cool. But for you, the overall energy is the first card energy, and that is the category that led you to this reading. If you haven't actually listened to or watched the last part of November reading, the second half of the month, you might want to do that just to kind of compare notes. I always say you should also definitely watch not just your sun, but your moon, your ascendant or rising, and your Venus for even more information. And sometimes we resonate more with those. So for you, beautiful Libras, your overall energy. Oh, I just pulled this for Virgo. Wow. Not in the same category, but that says something anyway, because of course Virgo is the sign just before you. So there's always kind of a resonance there and an understanding and a compatible energy as well. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is the wealth. This is the stability. This is the independence, which, you know, Libras love relationships. They want to give of themselves, and they want to be able to compromise and be fair and just and see the other person's point of view and yeah, and give wholly, but also in a fair and just manner. That's a logical way that, you know, a lot of Libras think. And at the same time, you also are an independent sign. You really are. Within a relationship, you could be very independent. Those are the relationships you strive for. That's why I love Sagittarius so much for you in the season of Sagittarius, because we're talking about one of the most freedom-seeking signs out there. That appeals to you. You can love each other and be great friends or more, you know, romantic, what have you, but you also allow for that time to be you and to remain your true selves, you know, and authentic selves. And this is exactly what it's showing. The 9 is only one away from the 10. The 10 is the ultimate in all aspects of your life. Wealth, you know, opportunity, sustenance, good health. Health is such a big part of it. You know, anything having to do with the earth element is the practical, tangible, physical things that we deal with day to day. Interestingly enough, next year is a 6 year. We're just finishing a 5. Go figure. 5s are challenge and change and, you know, movement and disruption and, you know, to get to a better place and just that drive and striving to do so. 6 is the balance. That's you. It's going to be good this year. You're going to feel more calm, more accepting, more understanding of, you know, the nature of things, and your intuition is going to be spot on. The owl represents our inner guidance, our knowledge, our wisdom that we carry with us. We all have it. The oracles bring that out in the readings I'll do at the end. I love it so much because, you know, it wasn't without effort and diligence on your part, but it's so nice to know that we are always being rewarded and gifted in some way or another, even if it's not in the form that we think it might come in, right? Like money. I mean, that's always like a given, I think, a lot of times. For me, health and my family being well it takes far, far superior to money. But I love money like the rest of us, you know, of course. I want to feel that stability. That's what this is showing coming in. So maybe something really exciting and new that you're waiting on is going to be revealed to you. That's going to really help with that and that stability that you so very much desire. And your second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. You know, because we can have either one, and sometimes one appears to be an obstacle, but it's really a blessing. And maybe that blessing sometimes can be an obstacle at first, but then you work through it and you're like, wow, I feel like I've achieved something. That's very self-gratifying for me, to get through the tougher times, the more challenging times, and find the solutions. That's a big part of a Libra life and the mind, and just, you know, really thinking sometimes too much. You need that downtime. You need that grounded energy to just keep yourself real and present and not get too carried away with the stresses and the thoughts that can just kind of go in a loop, right? You know what I'm talking about. But creativity is huge as well, and that's going to be ignited, I think, too, for you. Possible blessings or obstacles. Wow. I'm telling you what, the same cards just keep coming up. I've been shuffling quite a bit. This is important because this is you. This has come up 3 times now in a row for the readings. The 8 of Swords. The confining and the constriction energy we bring upon ourselves. Thinking about things that were upsetting to us. Thinking about things that worry us. Thinking about, oh, but what ifs? The what ifs in life. There's so many what ifs that we'll never really know. And what I like to say in my own, humble way is that I think what the human condition does often is relate to a circumstance or an experience. And when something is being seen in a similar light, it's just automatic. We think, oh, here we go again. Same thing's going to happen. But that's what I feel like more than ever. Like I had this epiphany, I guess, where I realized just because it has the same look and possibilities never means it's going to be the same. And that's the way astrology is. We can look back from thousands of years to the same patterns and cycles. Similar events can occur, no doubt. That's what's amazing and astonishing when I really started to study it more. But not necessarily, and certainly not in the exact same way, just in the realm of. So it's there to guide us and to remind us and to keep us aware, It's important to be aware in all aspects of our life. So this is reminding you, for better or for worse, blessings or obstacles, is that you don't really have anything that's confining you. It is just your thoughts, and it's a lot. I'm not, diminishing that, but you can change that. You can absolutely change that. So as soon as you start feeling and recognizing that these patterns are happening is when you immediately need to stop. That's all there is to it. There's too many beautiful energies coming from the beginning of the month that can definitely help you with that. And ask for help as well, always. The natural way of just sitting and just deep breathing and maybe yoga or walking, whatever it is for you, to be calm and grounding yourself during times that are a little more turbulent, or you're feeling off kilter and imbalance, which is what we strive for, right, Libras? We always want the balance. It's a constant for us. Just remember, self-induced thoughts are not always that healthy if they're not in the best of light, if we're not seeing things in a positive way. Snap out of it, right? I tell myself, simmer down. So then the third category is that of finances, and that is money or wealth of any form, whatever you consider wealth. And it looks like you have great potential for that with this 9 of Pentacles. And it's already happened, but I see you're really realizing just how capable you are and where you've come this far. It doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter the gender. Just really being appreciative and recognizing, wow, I don't think I really do that enough, I am great exactly as I am and where I am, and I can always open up to new possibilities and new ways to learn. And that's what this whole element is about, learning and expanding our mind and our thoughts, our education, and sharing that and helping others in the process. So financial message for you is, I want to say that, is it the Ace of Cups? Oh boy, it's okay. It is the Ace, it's the number 1, and it's this beautiful, beautiful gift. It's a beautiful aspect of our emotional side, which, as an air sign, they say we're detached. We do like to remove ourselves in emotional situations sometimes. I know I do. But I'm very emotional and extremely sensitive. I also have water elements in my chart, and anybody that does can relate to that because it is all about the feeling. But this is love, this is opportunities, this is creativity to the fullest. And remember, we do have, Jupiter going into Pisces, the ultimate sign of love and spirituality and movement and flow and allowing and just creativity and imagination. Just intuition kicking in and creativity. I keep saying that because I love to feel creative in some way. Anything is creative, It doesn't have to mean you're an artist or, a great singer. I'd love to be both, but I'm just saying it's anything we do that we're creating is creative. So really feeling more in tune with that. There's that bird again. You've got a few things regarding the birds. I like that because that's the mind and the knowing and the inner guidance and intuition and higher power that's there for us. So you've got some very important opportunity. It could have to do with someone that you're in love with or want to be, or someone you meet. That new moon, that's going to bring in all sorts of things because it's an eclipse, and that's what they're known for, okay? And if it doesn't happen immediately, you've got months for it to transpire. If you're interested in that, it's beckoning to you, and it's going to liven you up so that just all the other stuff, side effect wise, like financial well-being, health well-being, looking good, feeling good, it all just falls into place. Your heart's open, you're receptive, okay? And that's fantastic. I'm all over that one for sure. So yeah, you know, it's you've got the gamut here. You've got the pentacles, the swords, yourself, and the cups. Let's see if you get a coin. You did, I'm sorry. The wands, which is the season we're in. And we've got Mars going into Sagittarius, which is the fiery, passionate, you know, let's get her done type of energy, and energy. Like if you've been lacking in that or feeling tired and more, you know, because for me, the time change and winter kind of just starts that hibernation. It always has, but this is going to still ignite this passion and this drive in you, as well as Mercury being in Sagittarius. So it's all very beautiful and complementary for you. And your final category is surprises and wishes. And I love this because it's what you're creating. What are you doing? I mean, you're starting with this beautiful, independent, and, you know, really sustainable energy of knowing and, you know, just beautiful energy of well-being and sustenance and stability. And you did it. It was you created this. So what else did you create? Oh my, the Six of Swords. Okay, well, this is so incredible. Now, for myself, I'll be honest, I'll just share a little bit. I've had a little bit of rocky roads, but that's part of, I'm understanding that at this point. I'm an older woman, I get it. I know it doesn't last, and this is exactly, and there's the new moon. The Six of Swords is having turbulence in your life and having the rough kind of water, the ups and downs and everything, and moving away from it. You're on your way to a smoother time. I said that. The Nine of Pentacles is certainly an indication of that. But then, you know, you make sure that you're being very clear and careful about your thoughts and the feelings of confinement, because that's not necessarily true at all. It's what we're building up in our minds. We want to let go of that, open up to this beautiful Ace of Cups, an opportunity or person or, you know, love, relationship. And then we have the Six, which is usually in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, my first deck, many people's decks, of a two people. It shows a child, you know, mother, father figure, and a guide. So you're being guided extremely well, and that Piscean energy is all about that. It's about absolute co-creation and absolute loving support, you know, divine intervention, divine timing. It's on, you know, you're ready. You're moving away and you're moving to smoother shores. And this is you. This is the Libra, the Gemini, and the Aquarius. And that's predominant. It's going to be for years and years. You'll be knowing it. You'll be feeling more at peace because you'll be in that energy. It is who you are. And working through everything. So that's fantastic. I truly love that. It's interesting, you didn't get a card with the wands, but you got the highlighted. No, you didn't. That was Aquarius. I stand corrected. I'm just so excited about Sagittarius season. But it's in Sagittarius season, so there's your wand. And beautiful things of that new moon. Let me finish with your 2 oracle messages, okay? To get you going and hopefully make you feel the possibilities in life. You know, you can do what you want with the energies and the messages always. They're just guidance for you. But I love it. And the oracle is the same way. It's the Wisdom of the Oracle deck I'm using by Colette Baron Reed, and it's about, you know, just this incredible, you know, love, encouragement, possibilities, endless possibilities, and messages that really provoke such beautiful, you know, upliftment in the soul, in the spirit, based from love. So your message is milk and honey. Oh, and the skies parted and the rainbows came out, and there's the rainbow, one of my favorite things in life. I mean, it's hard to imagine. We can look and just see this incredible, after the rain though, right? That's the whole premise, is that you got to have the rain for the rainbow, and it'll dry up, everything will be great. The weather's amazing now. Like I said, we actually want rain, but it makes so much sense from your reading. This is so synchronistic, and it's very congruent, and I love that. And so you're moving to smoother shores, you're being guided, and it's all about the milk and honey, because that's what you want. You wish for this, and you're going to get it. I can't say what form. You can let me know, though. I'm going to read to you what it says. And it's number 6. There you go again. This is very, very synchronistic. We're going into 6th year, when Pisces is, Jupiter's in Pisces, that's your 6th house, everyday events, your health, your well-being, your work, you're keeping it balanced, keeping it, steady. That's going to be a predominant influence in the whole year, and that's a beautiful place. Because I know I want to really step up the health thing. I'm do it every day, but there's always more to learn and just to, be aware of once again. So 51, the second to the last. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. The Oracle's message: you're entering a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everybody wants to experience. Whew, I'm getting goosebumps. It is an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. Isn't that an amazing, beautiful, incredible message that just really excites and fills your cells with, just love. That is loving. That is sharing incredible energy of love and endless possibilities, as it said. So I'm glad you got that. That's the first time anybody in the readings I've done so far have gotten that. But it's necessary, because I know for myself there's been some challenges. Got through them. But, I want it to be the milk and honey time too. And that's really just really natural in the law of attraction as well. Every up has a down and so forth, and so when things are a little wonky or, lopsided in ways that I'm not particularly happy with, I know it's going to change. I do. I think it's just absolutely the laws of nature. So your final message is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck, where we manifest our dreams, our surprises, our wishes, all the beautiful things, exactly the way we choose them to be. And why not? We have that right. That's why we're here. We're all manifestors. It is our birthright. And you have, oh, I love this. And this is so appropriate for the, possible blessings or obstacles. Instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment, in the present. The most powerful time of all is this moment. And now this moment, right? Not the past, not what may happen, not the worries and the concerns. How perfect, right? And there's the moon and the stars, and, just believing and lifting yourself up and being guided and being a part of all of it and allowing that in and keeping the balance. And it's purple. So beautiful, shades of purple. So yeah, lots of wonderful possibilities. I mean, I can't wait to hear from you. If you want to share that would be beautiful. Please do if you like the recording and the messages, and also you might want to share it. That would be cool. Also, being a subscriber is always really beautiful gesture for everybody to basically follow, to build the channel. And so I'm excited for you. I'm hoping it's every bit of this and then some. And that's what this energy is. So take it in, really, really utilize this. Write down those intentions and take extremely good care of yourself. Okay, Libras, you matter. Until next time, thank you. Bye for now.